Hi everybody, it's the Gregarious Giggler here, and today I'm coming to you to talk about men.
They buy you dinner, open your door. Other than that, what are they good for, men?
As I'm on my way out the door right now for a date, I thought that this would be an appropriate moment for me to talk about gentlemanly gestures and why they're important, not just on a date, but in general when you're courting a girl. The first thing that's important to remember is always open the door for her. It doesn't mean that she doesn't know how to open a door, and there are some crazy women out there who slap men and tell them, I can do it myself. It's not a matter of can you do it yourself. It's a matter of letting someone else do it for you because it feels nice. It feels nice for you and it feels nice for him. Nice for him too that you're letting him open the door for you. So that's number one. Number two, let him pay. This is another thing, guys. Women really appreciate it if you pick up the tab. I would say even feminists appreciate it because if they want to talk about not opening doors, not doing things for them, then you can just throw that back in their face and say, well, I guess you're picking up your side of the check tonight. I'm all for men picking up the check when we go out for dinner or drinks or wherever, because it is a gentlemanly thing to do. It's the right thing to do. It means that he's taking care of you, he's providing for you, he's showing you that he can be somebody who will support you, that you can financially lean on, let's say. Another gentlemanly gesture is to make sure that you give her the floor, especially on the first date. First and second dates are really critical when you're dating somebody, so I would say make sure that you are giving her ample amount of time to speak and to be heard. This is going to help both of you out so much because first of all, it's going to make her feel like you are interested. Hopefully you genuinely are interested in her. But the fact that you're showing signs of interest by listening and paying attention to everything that she says, asking questions, paying attention. So if you ask follow-up questions to things that she's telling you about, then she'll know that you really do take an interest and maybe even care. And in this way, it's better for you because you'll be earning extra points in her head that, hey, this guy is listening and isn't talking over me and doesn't monopolize the conversation or the date. Boring talk about himself. I recently posted a blog that you probably saw if you're following my blog series, Why You Don't Have a Girlfriend and Why as a Result I Don't Have a Boyfriend, which you can find at thegregariousgiggler.blogspot.com. It was called The Ear Thief because the man just did nothing but talk on his own. Asked me very few questions, and when he would ask me questions, once I would respond, he would just cut me off like that. So you want to make sure to avoid that. That's another gentlemanly gesture, making sure that she's kind of not in charge of the conversation, but that you allow her to tell you about herself. And the whole point, guys, is that you do want to know more about her. This isn't like a race to get her into bed. This isn't a race to carnally get to know her. This is really more a race to get to her heart. As I write about, and what I've possibly mentioned in my blog entries, is that women have way more pursuers than men do. So if you've asked out 2 girls in a month, chances are she's been asked out by 10 guys that month, maybe more. When I was on Tinder and doing this project, I was getting, I remember there were weeks where I would have a date every single night of the week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I mean, that didn't happen every week for the whole year, but it happened quite often. I typically would have dates set up. The average was about 4 to 5 nights per week. You have to remember that girls are either getting asked out more often or they're just going out more often with men. So you want to stand out. You want your appearance to be noteworthy to her, that she says to herself, wow, Bob did all this stuff for me tonight that Jerry and Mark and Tony didn't do. You want to make an impression. You want to make sure that you stand out above the rest. A few other things that you can remember to do. Order for her. Ask her first. There's the dish that I really love here. May I order it for you? Or if she's already told you, after she's looked at the menu, if she's already told you what it is that she wants, when the waiter comes over, either let her order first or you order for her first. When the waiter comes over, you either say, please go ahead and let her order, or you take the liberty of looking at the waiter and saying, yes, the lady will have the lobster. Whatever it is, order for her first. Let her, ask her up front, so what are you thinking about having? If she says, I'm going to have the steak with a baked potato, then order for her. Now, there may be some really weird women out there who don't like that, and I think they're weird because I love it when a guy does that for me. If you're out to dinner, definitely offer to buy a drink, cocktail, wine, beer, whatever it is that her drink of choice. But I would definitely go with an alcoholic beverage. It's courteous. Pull the chair out for her, help her with her coat, pick her up. Don't make her meet you somewhere. And, well, okay, if it's the first date, I'd say you can meet her somewhere for safety reasons on her behalf and also for you if you don't know the person. But if you know the person, pick her up, offer to pick her up. If she declines, respect that, and then offer to meet her wherever it is that you guys are going. Be polite. Smell good on the date. Make sure to take a shower. Dress nicely for the date. Just include her in conversation. Just make sure that she's made to feel important. Those are some gentlemanly gestures that I would recommend that you do on your next date. And I have to go now because my date is late. He's in trouble. So I have to go. That's it for the Gregarious Giggler, everybody. Thanks for watching. Make sure to click like on this video. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, The Gregarious Giggler, and make sure to follow my blog series, Why You Don't Have a Girlfriend and Why, as a Result, I Don't Have a Boyfriend, which you can find at thegregariousgiggler.blogspot.com. Thanks, everybody, and have a great day. Ciao!
Did you just open the car door for me?
Yes, I did.
No one's ever done that for me before. Do it again.
How's that?
It's amazing.
Man, I'm talking about me.